In the last video, I talked about how I don't like my paintings a lot of times and that I want to change that I want to become a better painter and be more satisfied with my work, and that I need to work on my skills, and that the reason my skills are not progressing as fast as they could is because I am constantly distracted by stuff while I'm painting. For example, by series and by podcasts, and I am just kind of obsessed with always watching or listening to something to the point that I'm not present enough with the work I'm doing. Basically, my subconscious is making art. And yeah, last week I talked about how I wanted to change that and actually be more present with my work. I hope you guys like that kind of honest content. I like to speak honestly about my struggles, about my work, and yeah, I hope you enjoy it too, and that this is some chill art chat for you to enjoy. So in the last vlog I have made a painting sketch of this painting, which is by the way called the Rosehip Cottage, and in this video I am going to paint the real thing on the canvas. The canvas is square, 30 by 30 centimeters if I'm not wrong, and yeah, I am painting on the canvas after a long time. I have actually painted only on wood and on paper for the last few months, so it was an interesting experience. I almost forgot how textured the canvas is. Although I use the canvas of a great quality, still it's actually very textured, so textured in comparison to wood and paper, because wood and paper don't actually have, they're smooth. The only thing there is the strokes from the gessoing, so I'm almost sure that I don't like the texture actually, so I don't know what I'm gonna do in the future with my painting surface. But anyways, so to continue the last week's video, I actually was intentionally really present while painting this. I was focused on my realism, on the details, and also I was focused on the color relations. I actually noticed that the hardest part for me is when I am finishing the piece, because I'm pretty self-assured person, but I cannot decide when the painting is finished. So it's just very stressful for me because I'm looking for mistakes and I'm not really sure, and I don't know anything. I don't know how much detail it needs. I am actually not that good at finishing paintings, and yeah, that is the most struggle for me in the sense of painting. That was the stressful part, and the thing that I need to work the most on are color relations, as I talked about last week. I am sorry, I'm gonna stop saying that, but yeah, color relations were also tricky because I couldn't really decide if I am going to do the background, so the stuff in the distance more bluish color and the stuff in front more yellowy color. But then I thought the yellow in the distance also looks nice because the sun is shining on the distant trees also. And yeah, to summarize everything, it was kinda a lot. It was a lot of brain power, and it was also a complex piece. It has all the elements that I'm trying to work on, like color relations with the distance and the front objects, also the direct light with a bit of fog above the ground, And the houses, I'm pretty new at painting houses, so that's something new. And then the grass and the tree in the front. Also, the trees are kind of difficult to paint, especially if they are close. Closer they are, more difficult they are, in my opinion. So yeah, it was kind of a lot. I don't want to complain this whole video, but I'm just saying this painting was kind of a lot of work, even though it's small. I don't get how those amazing artists paint such a big paintings and detail too. I'm not sure. I have painted this like the whole week. I don't know if you have any clue, if I'm just slow or if that's normal. You can leave the comment down below. Tell me, how long do you paint a detailed 30 by 30 piece? And yeah, let's chat. Let's talk about what's going on here, because I'm not really sure. The thing I had significantly changed in the process of painting this painting in relation to other paintings was that I have painted the house first, the cottage first. And I usually paint the background first, and then as I'm coming more to the front, I am painting like that, like from the distance to the front. But I have noticed that a lot of artists paint the focal point first and then everything around it. And I wanted to try it out. It was okay. I don't really see a huge difference. Maybe the biggest difference was that it was a bit easier to color combine, to choose good colors for the background when the house was already there with its colors. And yeah, that was pretty much everything that I did differently in this process compared to usual. Also, if you hadn't noticed recently, I started painting houses quite a lot. I had never painted a house or cottage. This is technically the cottage, but I had not painted a house ever before, like last year. And since then, when I started painting, I think I was on vacation last year, and I started to paint some houses after watching Harry Potter, I think. And I started to paint some houses in my sketchbook, and I kind of fell in love with it. It's just something comforting and mysterious in those cute little cottages, and I really enjoyed the process. It's almost like it's a character on the painting, but it's not. It's the house, but it almost gives me the same feeling as if I was painting a girl, a character, because it kind of has a character. So yeah, I hope that makes sense, but I'm really enjoying houses, and I think I'm gonna paint more of them in the future. Also, there is so much variation with what kind of cottages and houses you can paint. There are so much cute ideas and elements for a cottage in the woods that I'm kind of excited to live when I'm just thinking about it. After a long time, I'm actually excited for painting again, and I'm so excited for the next year. I'm gonna do some amazing stuff. Can't wait. This cottage in particular I had in mind for a few days before I started to paint it, maybe a week. I really like the word rosehip. I actually didn't know that word in English, and then I saw it somewhere this summer, and I made a note in my phone that I wanted to do a painting that has a rosehip word in it. So that is that. This is the house, the cottage of the Rosehips, the Rosehip family. You can only imagine who they are. The only thing you know is that they have an adorable cottage and that their last name is Rosehip. And yeah, I hope you like the mystery. I must say, if I'm gonna just be honest with you, 100% honest, because I consider you my art friends, and I'm just gonna say it, I am still not 100% satisfied with this painting. I don't love it. I am not in love with it. But I think it was a good start. I think I'm gonna get my skills way quicker if I just focus and be present when painting and getting ideas. And yeah, just 100% focus on the artistic process. And yeah, I like it more than most of my recent paintings, don't get me wrong. But I have still imagined it differently. So yeah, I hope it brings comfort and joy to you, at least for a second, when you see this image, when you see this painting. I really hope you like it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. You can check out my Etsy shop, where I sell my prints, my stickers and originals, also this one. And you can subscribe to this channel. I make new videos on Fridays and sometimes bonus ones on Tuesdays. And yeah, you can also follow me on Instagram, and that is that. It's all I wanted to say. I wish you peace, I wish you joy, and I hope I see you again in my next video.